down one game. Let's see how he does on this map now. He is.
Wongjin Star Soki from Korea.
And in the upper right, starting location with brilliant Sky Toss. Played that last game. Let's see what he does this time. He is.
Wongjin Stars SOS from Korea.
It'll definitely be cool to see this game. What does SOS choose to do? Because I feel like the onus of this map is upon Protoss choosing what build they're going to do. Zerg can play a little bit more reactive because of the difficulties taking the third.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. So, it looks like we might have, well, we're going to have a quick expand coming up here. And from there, again, as we said before, we got to wait for that cybernetics core to finish. So, and then we know what they're going to do. For Zerg just watching the drones, so we're going to have a little bit of downtime. How are you feeling, Artosis? It's pretty early.
It is pretty early, but, you know, having a baby, I do get up pretty early every day. How are you feeling?
Oh, I feel
That's
weird,
the question.
man. I haven't woken up this early
You're
in a long
farmer
time.
nerd right now.
I know. Normally I wake up at like 11:30 in the morning. I'm like, oh, it's so early. Go back to bed, but...
Did you remember to milk your cows before you came down?
Huh?
Did you remember to milk your cows?
I didn't. I'm not a good farmer. I'm not going to waking up this early.
Yeah.
So this is cool though, man. We're actually casting on the main stage here.
Yeah, it's a little bit
golf.
different.
Yeah.
Hope you guys in the audience are having fun.
So are all three of you guys Canadians? You're Korean? All right, I believe that.
All right, yeah, that could be.
Are you based in Korea or are you? Yeah, I always do this thing.
Yeah,
where
you do this thing where you think you can hear
try to
people when you
interact with
have
the audience,
headsets
and then I have this headset on. Are you based in Korea? Yes. All right, cool. Well, thank you for coming down. You made the right choice.
Yes, certainly. You guys are you're hardcore. So, Tasteless.
This is going to be a one-base build. This is not going to be a fast expand. Tasteless dropped the ball and said it was going to be a fast expand, but it's going to be quite different.
It might be a fast. It's weird that he's mining that much gas.
That's what I was thinking when I saw it. I'm like, well,
it's a bit peculiar because I don't know any one-base builds against Zerg because they're like Zerg should be able to stop any one-base build.
I don't know. You know, you get
okay. He did make the Nexus.
Okay, so this is like a
he's got a lot of gas though for what he's doing. You know,
and we got Ling speed coming right away out here.
Yeah, that's basically what you're going to need to do against the Gateway Expand. Who do you think's going to win this series? Do you think that it's going to be Sulky or SOS? Because I'm actually really feeling SOS is going to win this.
I'm really feeling SOS is going to win this. After that first game on Whirlwind, SOS was played so perfectly.
Yeah. You know,
but you know, we'll see. I mean, Sulky is definitely not the player you want to count out when he's behind in a series.
That is completely true, Tasteless. Okay, so this is why we saw so much gas. It looks like it's probably going to be a very fast Dark Templar build coming in from SOS. And if he can just catch Sulky off guard, it's basically a free win. It's a little bit risky, though, because if you don't catch him off guard, if they just slap the DTs back, then you're in a lot of trouble.
Well, you made a bad investment. I mean, you got all these Dark Templars, and if the Dark Templars don't pay out, frankly, in dividends, in other words, if they
it's an expensive tech.
It's an expensive tech, and you're neglecting a lot of other really important tech like that rowboat. You don't have that Stargate. It's harder to get that scouting, harass the overlords. So he's got to do that damage.
Yeah. Dark Shrine is on the way. So we'll see. Where will he get a proxy pylon up? He has to be careful. There's a Zergling right there.
Oh my God!
Oh, the Zergling sees it. That is too bad for SOS. Now, this is the situation in which Sulky gets careful. Look, he throws up the Ro4 immediately.
Yep.
And realistically, he may want to throw down because he scouted that there were two geysers. He should throw down a single spore.
I would hope he'd throw down a single spore. I mean, when you see gas getting mined that early, and, well, that was the saddest death of a Zealot I've ever seen.
Yeah, he was outnumbered.
So that the second pylon's getting spotted as well.
Yeah, the Sulky has good map presence here. I don't know if SOS is going to be able to get a pylon up. And he's just throwing a few down because if one finishes and he can get the DTs out, that's all that matters.
I don't think this finish is canceled right there.
And he is going to get that other pylon as well. So
well, this sucks for SOS.
yeah,
It's
this is pretty rough actually. He has to warp in at his main base and walk across the entire map.
You know, here's the other thing too is that when you see the Protoss this desperate to get up,
and now he sees that DTs are on the way. So
yeah.
I mean, those Zerglings ran to the side. And then they switched course. So there's no way he doesn't know. Spore Crawler's starting to go up. This is as bad as it can really get for SOS. There's no way this should work.
Well, you know,
if he does any damage, I'm going to be in shock.
Well, you know, it was a bit of a giveaway when you see somebody warping in all these pylons, yet there's no army coming out of the base to try to back them up. Oh, wait, he might actually, oh no! Or yes, if you're the Protoss.
Yeah, I guess he will snap that one, but the lair is still on the way right now.
Yeah, but he's going to get the hatch.
Yeah, that was kind of a sloppy place to put the Spore Crawler, to be frank.
Yeah. I can't believe this. All right, he's going to get the hatch up. He's actually going to get the Spore. Nice splitting there, too.
So down goes the hatchery. The Spore will fall as well.
And he can split up now.
Yeah, at this point, he can actually just let them attack whatever or run away. There's really no wrong choice. Once you get the hatchery, the DPs have done the damage that you need them to do.
Oh, man. You know, I don't want to be too critical of Sulky, but that's a pretty surprising result there, considering, you know, he knew what was coming for him. And it's going to be a follow-up with the Sky Toss. Actually, I think SOS might win this.
I gotta say, Tasteless, I have to agree with you. This is a really good situation for SOS, and it's a bit disappointing to see from Sulky because I've casted every game Sulky's played this weekend, and every single one has been god level, like perfect theoretical Zerg play, and he's making some kind of bad mistakes.
Yeah,
here.
I mean, you know, how many signs do you have to see that your opponent's going DTs? We saw the double gas early on,
with a lot of probes on it.
Yeah.
I mean, every pro gamer clicks on the gas to see how much gas has been mined.
Exactly.
There's never been a pro that doesn't do that.
It gets even worse than that. Then he sees this probe desperately trying to get a pylon. Mind you, one Zealot getting warped in here just to try to save some time. Then he sees the DTs coming. He still doesn't get the Spore up. I mean, this is, to be frank, incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a bad situation. Now he has a bunch of roaches against Void Rays, Taste. It's going to be pretty rough. He is throwing up the Hydralisk Den, but it's a little bit late. And, you know, Void Rays don't do too terribly against Hydralisk, especially after an opening like this.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there.
He might actually just fly in here and snipe another hatch.
Yeah.
And
here's the thing, he can actually zone out the Overseer here, which is not fast enough to actually get away from this.
Well, that's a little bit rough. Oh, he does sneak out a little bit of a misclick there.
All right, so now Zerga's supply blocked, has lost the Overseer, is going to continue to be supply blocked. This is where he would probably want to charge up.
Or he's just going to go ahead and target these queens down. Going to lose a single Void Ray, but he's dealing a lot of damage to the queens. If he ends up getting all three, it is worth it, but if he doesn't get any, of course, it is not. All right. Looks like, yeah, he's going to get all three of these. Very nice. And the army actually just kind of running back now. Not sure what they're going to be able to do against flying units, but okay.
Okay, and now he's going to. I think we're almost at GG here. This is pretty.
This is a lot of damage.
Painful to watch, guys.
It certainly is. Picking off all those Overseers, a very nice move. No Spore Crawler, despite the fact that it's Sky Toss and DTs.
This is not the Sulky that I cast a little while ago in the finals.
No, this is not the Sulky from yesterday.
This is very disappointing play right now. And I think we are getting very close to this game ending here as the Zerg's economy is in shambles. Only just now Overlords are hatching out. SOS acquiring a third base.
And this is looking all but over right now. If he can somehow kill that hatchery, that's too much, but does get chased away. You know, only two Void Rays should not be able to kill that right now. But as you said, Tasteless, disappointing play here from Sulky.
You know, this is one of those advantages for the Protoss where the secret to winning from here is you don't forget pylons and you make stuff and you're set.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's very true.
Nothing fancy.
If he macros, he's fine.
Yeah, if you mine the blue crystal things and get the green gas stuff and then you spend it on the attacky things, you're going to be set.
Very much so. You know, he's getting charged, more Void Rays as well, and he is going to overwhelm. Sulky really doesn't have too much of a chance here. That is so many Void Rays. He's going to have to make so many Hydras. Against which the speeds also do fine.
You know, I've had games where I actually have this many Void Rays, and I see Hydras coming at me, and I'm like, oh, no, I'm going to lose. But I charge them up anyways, and then all the Hydras die, and I'm like, oh, yeah, Void Rays are pretty good when you get enough of them like that. Hydras don't actually have a lot of life.
Yeah. Well, double Forge. I mean, is there any way Sulky can come back tasteless? He's just making units. It looks like he might just do, like,
I think he's just going to try to counter all in. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no reason for him to try to take a 4th, because that won't stay up. He is just taking way too much damage so far this game.
Yeah.
The resources lost tab, Tasteless, is twice in the favor of SOS.
So this Changeling's going to try to find out how screwed Sulky really is.
He's going to find out.
He sees those Void Rays, he's like, well, this is really bad.
Yeah, that's a lot of Void Rays.
I don't know if I should tell Sulky about this.
He has other units, too. Uh-oh.
Sulky's going to be pretty upset when he finds out about how many Void Rays he has. So. Yeah.
All right, Archon's coming out as well. You know, I think he's just going to time this up with his 2-2 finishing.
Yeah, with the Archons out. This ground army.
2-2 plus Archons plus these gates are finishing up, and he has a lot of Void Rays as well as Time Warps. So the Queen's even coming across the map. This is pretty all in.
Well, I mean, sometimes I say one player beat the other one. This time I'm saying one player lost the game for himself. Sulky with disappointing play. SOS playing very well. I'm not going to take any credit away from the guy, but let's see. Maybe Sulky can do something with this attack. He's moving in now. Now, with the Hydra's off creep, they don't have a lot of mobility, so they can't really be microed very well at all. Nice force fields here.
And, well, Sulky's breaking through a little bit. Those Archons very low on shield, so they're going to evaporate.
There's no Overseer with the army, so you can just make DTs, right?
Yeah, that
is no Overseer. I'm not missing anything.
No, right? There's no Overseer. In fact,
in fact, he left the Overseer
pushed away, but he's making an Overseer near it. And now another DT going to come in and wreak havoc on these drones once again.
Oh, my God. All right, well, it looks like the drones are going to save this.
Yeah.
And so they're going to continue to push forward here.
That's a lot of Hydras.
It is a lot of Hydras.
This is a lot of Zealots. And, in fact, the Overseer being microed back this time, very well done. But the Hydra's taking a lot of damage, and that is a ton of leftover Void Rays.
Yeah, there's just too many Void Rays left over. You know, the Zealots there are like almost every matchup, they're there to sponge up the damage while the Void Rays deal the damage. And this is, again, like really this is the point of no return. He's going to target down that Overseer. This means DTs are not even stoppable right now. And that's going to be it. GG with SOS going up 2-0 so far.
Well, look, I mean, Sulky has played basically perfect games all weekend, but today he's playing several levels below what we've seen. He's not playing his absolute best, whereas SOS, he's playing very solidly. You know, that was a kind of obvious DT build. It was kind of obvious, but he just didn't prepare. And when he did prepare, he put his Spore Crawler not in the best place. It doesn't need to be in the front. Right? It just needs to be near their hatchery because you have your layer about to finish. You're going to have Overseers. Just put it somewhere that they can't kill it.
Poorly placed, and it was made late, too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you see no army for the Protoss coming out to help cover for that pylon, you have to think DTs.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really the only thing that it could be. You're not being harassed by any air units. So, you know, I don't know what to say. SOS, he's playing very well, but at the same time, Sulky is playing very poorly.
Yes, indeed. So we might have SOS beating Sulky here. I don't want to like call it an upset, but you know, Sulky, the way he's been playing, it almost feels like that.
Now, don't count Sulky out just yet, though, because I mean, let's not forget the Codas finals that just recently ended, 4-3 with Sulky.
That's true. That is true.
It looked impossible. It was
that may occur. That it could end up being a reverse all kill here for Sulky. Definitely a possibility.
Could.
Yeah. I am feeling the SOS 3-0 though.
Well, you know, in game one, I thought, man, you know, it's too bad he didn't have the infestors in the good position to stop that main from getting hit, because that's really hard when Zerk loses that main. The tech is so stifled. So, you know, but the game two, really disappointing.
Yeah, certainly it was, Tasteless. Well, we'll see if he can come back pretty soon here.
Yep. We're going to go to a quick little break. When we come back, we're going to see who's going to win here between SOS and Sulky. Stay tuned.